Hey guys, I'm glad you made it. Technology's been very funky. And thanks for the post tip, that is so freaking sweet. Hey Anna. Yeah, over here they've been telling us that there might be a power outage at some random time today, so I'm hoping it doesn't hit me because I have live and then I actually have appointments after the live, so I'm like, I kinda need power, guys. Oh, thanks, hun. My actual altar's in my room. This is more like a workspace kind of thing. But I actually added a few more in here. I don't know if some of you that have actually seen them quite a bit can notice the new ones. I know. Yeah, we're having high winds over here, and they're worried about the fire stuff again because we still haven't had rain, so it's like very dry out here. Hi, Pauline. But yeah, if you guys can find the new ones that I stuck over here, they're not necessarily new. I've had them, but I was looking at my other collection I have, and I decided to put a few more in here that I actually didn't have. Yeah, definitely very strange weather out here because it was cold for a couple days and now the sun's trying to come out and shine very bright. I'm just like, okay, whatever at this point. Oh, I want to show you guys something. I decided to save this because I haven't gotten a new deck in a bit. I ordered two. One of them came already because this one's Amazon, the other one's Etsy because it's from the actual artist. But this is the one from Amazon I got that I want to show you guys and go through a little bit first, and I'll actually use it for the pick a cards today. So it'll be my first time using it with you guys. So I got the Star Temple Oracle. The other one I got's a tarot deck that's coming. So see, look, I still had the paperwork. So I figure I'll show you guys a few of these. Let's see, let's see, let's see. So I know you guys like ask a lot, like, hey, what do you do with your decks? I honestly don't even really look through them that much. Oh, that's pretty. The first thing I pick out, where's Scarlet? Is Scarlet on here? The very first card I pull out over here is the Seven Sister Circle, Sisterhood Enriches My Life. That's, well, that was like the first thing I pulled. Wherever the Priestess, Mother of the Sea. These are very pretty. Goddess of Balance, Electra. This is going to be interesting to use. I'm going to use this for your guys' pick a card today. Yeah, she posted on in the group because she couldn't remember the name of the card. How about the warm the deck up? We just pull one card for everybody. Oh, really funny. I'm over here like, let's pull one card for everybody. I was gonna say me first, and this is what pops out. I get the Holy Child. What the hell? Um, Holy Child. Looks like Seleno, and it says, Starseed, I am a divine child of the universe. This jumped out to another. Oh, so I guess they kind of go together. We got Jade Star, Surrender, I'm ready to let go with self-compassion. And then Little Star, Divine, my inner child is whole and complete. Aw. That's really sweet. But, yeah, would you guys like me to pull, since this thing decided to throw out some for me, would you guys like me to it correlates with my story? Let's see. Who wants to have one first? I'll just pull one for each of you guys before doing the pick a card, since I'm going to use this deck as part of it, and then I'll pull out the other decks I'm going to use. I'm not going to tell you guys the tarot deck that's coming, because I am super excited. I did not know it existed, and I saw it and fell in love and didn't know where to find it, and I was searching because I saw someone using it. Hey Ruby, I just unboxed a new Oracle deck. So I was going to pull everyone their own card from the new Oracle deck that I just unboxed, after it threw cards at me telling me about myself before I start a card about bird life. So I'm just going to grab random names out of the chat and pull a card. So I'll do Anna first. Let's get a card for Anna. Oh, so you got this surrender thing like I did. The Jade Star Surrender, I'm ready to let go with self-compassion. And I know you've been working on that like a lot. And then we also have some Jade. So Jade and Jade Star over here. But it's very beautiful because actually if you look at this right here, we've been talking so much about the dragon, and it's already trying to eat this like jade piece here, which is very interesting. But this is all like heart chakra colors. It's very beautiful. So let's see. I'm gonna grab Tiff a card out of here. I don't think it necessarily will deal with vampire mites, but we'll see what's going on here. Oh, yours just jumped right out. Tiffany. So we got the aquamarine star expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. That is so pretty. Be nice. That was compassion for yourself, hon. That wasn't compassion for the mice. Here, let's grab one for Ruby. No. Oh, look at you. You got the little child card that I did. The Holy Child Starseed. I'm a divine child of the universe. And the thing with this, especially seeing this pearl here like this, it's almost like giving me those vibes, like remembering the treasure. Because a lot of times, you know how pearls are buried in the ocean, and it's like one of those things you have to like search to find. It's like really getting in touch with that and realizing you have that treasure inside of you. Instead of feeling like, you know, you lost it all. Because this is like a very childlike innocence. But definitely, I mean, look at how it like shines in the light. It's like so cool. But as you guys can see, I just got this. I'm over here like, oh, these are pretty. But yeah, it's basically starting over with wonder. Yeah, this is a new deck, Owen. I'm just like pulling everyone a random card from it before I start to pick the cards. I'll pull you one next. Oh, dang, Owen. Okay, so don't get a big head with this card. He got freaking Atlas, Father of the Sky, God. I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. Okay, this thing at the bottom, yes, you need that. Release the weight of the world from your shoulders. Like, you're not supposed to be holding every damn thing. But this is a lot with heart healing and throat chakra, as well as some intuition mixed in there as well. Okay, let's pull Pauline one, and then I'll pull Erica one too. Okay, Pauline, you got a pretty redhead. Look at you. So we got the Empress of the Night, and this is finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. That is this right here, with how she's holding this like star in her hand. She's actually holding it near her solar plexus and her sacral, if you were to look body wise. And plus her hair having that like deep red color, it's almost like that feminine healing, but also being really open and honest with it with these blues in this card. You're like going through and starting to be able to emerge. And these stones she's wearing really remind me of Larimar, which is like a very calming, soothing stone, but it also connects you to like the higher realms and heightens your intuition as well. And let's see, let's pull one for Erica too. Okay, Erica. We got the Awakener rise. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. So this is like a major rebirth energy. It's almost like going through all the troubles and finally starting to get back up again. And this is a lot of solar plexus energy. This is gaining back a lot of confidence and a lot of inner child healing too. No, it's the Star Temple Oracle. I have the Starseed Temple one, I think. Is it called that? I can't remember what it's called. But I have the temple one that he's talking about as well. But yeah, you guys got to see me unbox my new deck and shuffle it up. Aww. See, Erica's jumping in this. So let's go ahead. And since we introduced that one, that's going to be our main overview for the week, is us drawing a couple from that one for each pile. And let me see which ones I'm being drawn to for the other messages. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling like things need to be very, I don't know, how should I put this? I don't know how to put it, but we're going to use the Muse Tarot for the tarot for this week. Oh, just wait until you see that tarot deck that's coming. It's going to take a few weeks, but it's going to be worth it. You guys are going to be like, what the, where? So we're going to use the Muse Tarot for the tarot cards we're using today. And let's see. Let's use a little. I feel like we need to have some astrology in here, but I really like the art on these cards, so we're going to use the Zodiac Oracle. We're pulling some planetary energies. Now, do you guys want some affirmations or self-care added to this? So, so for the like, yep, yep. So for our affirmations, we'll use our little sweet dreams that have been coming through for us. And then for self-care, hmm. And I'm thinking hard because it's not those ones. So for self-care, I'm actually being pulled to the goddess power oracle, which is kind of interesting. So we'll see how that plays out with self-care. Okay, so now I need to pull you guys your crystals. So you can choose your pile. Ow, it fell on my toe. That's a heavy box. But, so, as you guys know, I'm just gonna see whatever crystals I'm pulled to for you guys for this one. But also, if you're drawn to more than one crystal, there could be messages in more than one pile for you. So let's see. This one here. This is celestite. And let's see. We're gonna go with this one is Snowflake Obsidian. See all the little whites. Yeah, it's actually spelled almost like celestial, but it's celestite. And let's see. Getting pulled back and forth, we're gonna go with this one. So this right here is Argonite. Now there's a lot of different colors of Argonite. This one's obviously brown, but this is also Argonite, and this one's Argonite as well. So they can come looking quite different. Um, And colors really do change the properties. And we're gonna do malachite. They come from. Ooh. I promise I'm not dying, guys. Ooh, okay. I'm okay. But, yeah, this air is kind of dry. That just kind of attacked me. But, this, particular stone, you can kind of tell from the shapes of it, do form a lot in water. And depending on the mineral deposits, is how the colors form as well. Okay. So I'll let you guys choose your piles. Do you want me to do the singing triangle while you guys are choosing your piles, or do you already know? Oh, thank you, Ruby. That is so sweet. You're with. Yeah, I really like having such a sweet group. I really do. You guys are so sweet. So, do you guys want me to dive into the piles, or do you want your meditation? She's talking about the celestite. Right here, she's saying she's picking the first one. The triangle thing. You spelled it right, yeah. Oh, that little one that I touched is blue lace agate. Ooh. Yeah, of course, hun. So this one right here is celestite. Then we have snowflake obsidian. then argonite, and malachite. And like Owen said, that's how each of them are actually spelled too. So go Owen. – 50% air. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start it for you guys, okay? And then afterwards we'll go into the piles. Oh, thank you, Ruby. And yeah, that one, that triangle, my singing triangle, when I got it, because I got it a while ago, I believe it was around 60, and that was on sale. So, oh, Ruby is just like going ham over here. It's like, here we go. You guys are like lurking. She's gonna sit there and start gifting subs to pull you out of the corners. Hey, Bae, how are you doing? Yeah, I got mine on sale. I was really lucky that they were actually having a sale at the time I was looking for. I was being driven crazy to find something for sound meditation, and then that one just popped up, and I'm like, okay, that works. And then I actually asked if this is what I'm supposed to get. You guys need to give me money, and literally I got a reading. and I did a reading and I had the money, so it was like, okay, well, they confirmed I needed to get it. But Ruby is complete awesomeness. And she gets to have a golden present by her name this whole time. She gets first diamond and golden present. I really appreciate how sweet you guys are. It means a whole lot to me. You have no idea. So I'm just gonna put all of the other little ones off to the side while we focus on our celestite pile. The special sticker in school. Okay, Tiff. No, thank you. So, like I said, for each of my crystals this week, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use my new oracle to pull out the energies or the focus of the week. So we're gonna do my celestites first. The gold star sticker for real. Oh, this is interesting. You guys act like this is on the front of the deck box. I couldn't pronounce it for a moment. It's like, what the heck was it called? But the star student. Banana sticker. Wow, this is a very interesting pile, and I already know what celestite does, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But definitely an interesting thing coming out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoot this over so I can put my crystals I'm talking about up here. That way they can have their spot. So with these, so pile one, we have first thing is the Cosmic Enchantress, which is, it says wishcraft. I attract a steady flow of abundance. And this is really beautiful because if you're looking, she's pretty much manifesting all the colors here with the blues and greens and purples. This is all very higher chakra energy here that's being manifested. Even her crown's very lit up right here. And her hair being red is almost like giving that like root energy of being secure. So this is like an energy of the week. It's like attracting this energy into you through actually opening up and letting your wishes be heard as opposed to keeping them hidden inside. And here we have the medicine woman with heal. I nurture and nourish my mind, body, and soul. So definitely this, and look at this. This has the full moon in it, guys, and the full moon's on Saturday. So you guys definitely, this might be the moon where you're really releasing what you need in order to continue to heal and nourish yourself instead of holding on to these energies or thought processes that have been holding you back a really long time. And definitely self-care is going to be very important for you this week because I think you guys are going to have very heightened intuition. Okay, that's before I started reading this card, so I might as well just read this card. So, we have the Cosmos Ascend, and I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. And I mean, if you look at this card, it's like, if you guys remember, the silver kind of gray hair is like signified of wisdom, kind of like the crone energy. So it's almost like really starting to allow yourself to fall into that trust with it instead of feeling like you're stuck. It's like finally being able, like through healing and nurturing yourself, you're allowing yourself to follow this star over here and letting it heal you instead of feeling like you're stuck. It's like a very flowy, like mystical energy coming in. And for the bottom of the deck, I was about to say Morning Star over here, like the North Star kind of thing. And we have Morning Star on this card, I swear. So we have Radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. And this is like freaking Sparta coming out, gonna kick somebody. And this really looks like a tiger eye right here on the shield. And that's like major confidence and like really going after what you want, and just knowing you're grounded in that and that you're safe. It's like very protective. So definitely a lot of intuition and connectedness starting to come through, but also remaining grounded, which is really beautiful. So let's go ahead and get into some of the astrology energy. Just gonna call Ryan out. He's not even here, but he gets made fun of for not being here. But let's go ahead and see what some of these astrology aspects that are coming in strong for the Celestite group. I like how you said Venus, Tiff, and the first card out is Libra. And then we have water and Neptune. So this is really connecting to that intuition vibe that I was getting, like you guys really opening up and staying grounded with Taurus energy. Okay. And then we have Mercury as our I'm going to put you so you're more easily seen. Over here. There we go. Okay, so Mercury is going to be over here. So with these, of course, you guys are finding that balance right now. But this is like, if you look at her hair, like this is really still speaking to all this energy up here, this opening up and just allowing this to happen. But even though her arms are crossed, which is usually very defensive stance, if you look at this card right here, but her hands are open. So even though they're like this, it's like in a receiving place. It's like keeping yourself safe but still being open to receiving. And that's the balance you guys are learning, is having the boundaries but still being open to receive and give. Because with the left we receive and with the right we give. So it's almost like learning that these are interchangeable with this energy, and that it just is a continuous flow that keeps the balance. So definitely Venus energy is coming in strong here. And having both water and Neptune, which, I mean, look at water. She even has a freaking droplet on her crown chakra going on up there. But we know Neptune's in Pisces and it's retrograde. But this is really meshing together, moving forward and using your intuition to just create. Like, you guys, the deeper you dive into understanding your gifts and what you want to do and what's really in your heart and what you want to create from that space and that divinity and that love, and making like this fortitude in it, it's almost like it's going to keep expanding. Like this week is really powerful for helping you guys use this cleansing energy to just wipe away, because these are both connected to this healing card. So using like these energies to help cleanse is going to be very beneficial for you guys. And then we have this Taurus energy, which is another intuitive energy, because what's interesting here is this Taurus card actually has two different entities instead of just focusing on one. This is the more like pushing, barreling forward kind of energy, and as you can see, it's standing in like this fiery kind of ripped apart, which is like that Uranus and Taurus energy being retrograde, like things are being ripped up that don't need to be there. But if you look at the other person here, who is calm and collected and more of a green blue serene, that's almost coming from like another of this water energy coming in. It's like knowing how to step back and know when this needs to come forward and rip things up that doesn't belong, and then allowing the soothing, nurturing side of Venus to come out, like this Libra energy, and having the balance. It's like really having the balance between the Libra and Taurus energies. And then we have Mercury here, which is very interesting because this Mercury actually has this thing where it's trying to eclipse out the sun. And it's like really bringing in, especially with Mercury being in Scorpio right now, I think it's really important for you guys because it's going to bring a lot of freedom by helping you release these things. Because it has that energy of self-love and release, but also like stepping forward in your truth as well. So that way you're actually expressing it instead of like keeping it inside and feeling like you'll be judged for what you have to say. It's going to be like, I'm going to say it no matter what. Triple beam balance. So let's go ahead and use some tarot to get some further details on this week. Oh, there's one coming out on Libra here. We have Sun reversed, which is some happiness, but I feel the reason it's not complete happiness is like, you know, the work you guys are going to be doing is probably going to be causing some pain. So while it's like kind of looking at it like, you know, this bittersweet thing where you know you're doing what you need to in order to heal, but some of it is going to be painful. So it's like kind of keeping that attitude, that balance, since it's coming out on Libra, knowing as you're giving these things up and you're releasing them, you're going to be receiving something new to replace it. That's what you're working towards. Is it frozen? Let me know if it's frozen, guys. I need to know. And you still see me on here too? Frozen vibes. Okay, so... Okay, you guys can hear me, but you can't see picture. Okay, let me see if I can do some kind of quick adjustment here. It's good now? Okay. You frozen soundtrack. Well, this pile is like getting power from letting it go, so we might as well have that. That is kind of ironic. All this water energy and like surrendering and letting go, and it's like just cue the Frozen soundtrack here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you guys are being called to step out of this energy that you need to not. It's like you need to use this cleansing energy in order to bring you out of this shell that you've kept yourself in. It's almost like you hibernated enough and you're being called to step out of it. Because this Hermit reversed right here with all this healing and what you're trying to bring in a way you can actually close it off from yourself if you don't allow yourself to come out and do the healing. So this is kind of telling you, you know, it's going to be hard, but don't close yourself off. And you're going to be feeling the energies very strongly because since this full moon, I mean, it's a freaking blue moon on the thinnest veil day, and there's just a whole lot of energy in it, and plus you start feeling it 3 days early, so by Wednesday you're already all of us are gonna be starting to feel effects of this moon, if not sooner, because there's so much energy in it mixed with these planets in retrograde not going direct until November. Yeah, it's on the 31st, this Saturday. When I was actually in school, one of my nicknames was Step by Step because I'm so short. I always have to have a slight jog going to keep up with people, walking at normal pace. Yeah, see, this is right here calling you guys out on this self-care, and it's coming out directly on this. Like, really, this is a big chance for you guys to heal some wounds here and to really dive deep and use this Scorpio Mercury energy and this Neptune retrograde energy, since it specifically came up, to actually help you like pull back like all these blocks that you have, because with Neptune retrograde it's pretty much sitting there and saying like, look, you don't have to think there's anything covering it anymore. You can just pull the truth out. You just have to care about yourself enough to dive in and trust your intuition and start clearing it away, as opposed to feeling like, you know, you still have like these things in between you and doing this. I'm 5 foot and a little something. Not exactly 5'0", but you know, I'm not 5'1" either. It's like maybe 5.5. I don't know. It's something like that. Yeah, you guys are really being pulled in here because we also have the Page of Emotions coming out here, and having this energy trying to connect you guys to pull out of like doing just being stuck on the healing and opening up. It's almost like this is kind of telling you guys, don't get too wrapped up in this healing, because you need to take breaks and allow yourself to kind of open up as well, because with this heart down here, how much it's shining, you need to be doing a lot of heart chakra healing while you're doing this. This isn't just like you trying to make this ultimate connection through this. This is mainly for you guys to be able to progress forward and like come out of this space that you've been stuck in, and realize that the pain's going to be worth it, as opposed to getting stuck in these parts. Like, this is supposed to bring in new, not keep you stagnant. And then we also got the Four of Emotions up here. So you guys are finally realizing that this is an opportunity as opposed to feeling like, you know, kind of apathetic towards it, and realizing like the power you guys have as opposed to this feeling of like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, you're starting to step into that energy, which is really good because having that actually come out with this Cosmos card up here, it's almost like you tapping in is helping you understand. I'm moving this up a little bit because I still have other cards I have to do for you guys. But being able to step into this energy is going to be very good for you guys. I'm going to try to put this sideways. Okay. And then, oh, this is really good. I wasn't even looking at the bottom. I'm just trying to find spacing over here. But this bottom of the deck energy for you guys is the Six of Voices, which is the Six of Swords. And this is really beautiful energy for this because it's literally the accumulation of you guys doing this. It's like you finally being able to move on from this painful aspect that's really been plaguing your mind and keeping you emotionally stunted, and moving in to this new phase where you're learning that love for yourself and taking care of yourself and stepping into these energies and using them to your advantage so you can actually start shining the way you're supposed to be shining instead of feeling like you need to hide your light. So let's go ahead, and since the Goddess deck wanted to come out for self-care, let's see what goddesses come out for this pile that want to talk to you guys. Yeah, this is really kind of getting ready for this new energy that's going to be coming in once things start going direct. Like this week, like starting this work and really using this energy to your advantage is pretty much setting you up for when the planets start going direct and when we're moving into the new year as well. So we have lazy, which is talking about revelation, and the art on this card is like very beautiful. You guys have this very ongoing theme of like these pinks and purples and blues just like going throughout your cards here, and it's really just speaking of like self-love, expressing this, as well as starting to connect more through your trust and through your healing. And that's going to be a big revelation for you as well, because it's almost like your self-care is understanding what's being shown to you is for you. You've worked hard for it and you deserve it, and this trust of your intuition is going to keep you moving forward. So allowing that is like going to be a huge thing that helps in this self-care, because trusting yourself allows you to keep opening up more. Oh, like this is really cute. We have Izumi with humor. Like this is gonna be good for you guys. Like that's such a happy card. Like I love this card right here because it's like just allowing yourself to like be filled with joy and be happy, and this is just tying to those lower chakras where it's like finding that security and being able, I can't stop smiling looking at that card. It's just like filling yourself with these feelings, and it really helps you evolve spiritually and create this foundation where you feel safe in expressing this joy as well. And this creativity that comes from it is very beautiful. I was just talking about creative, and we get Bridget with creative spark. You guys are going to start getting some downloads coming in, as I'm saying that, we get I really don't want to pronounce your name wrong, honey, but Aaron Rod, I believe. But this is tied directly to this creative spark. We have time. This is like divine timing on you guys. That's why this is coming through like this. It's like this is very like, especially with this blue tied into everything. This is the time right now for this to happen. Like, don't doubt it. Don't feel like, this is out of place. Like, this is really meant for you guys right now. So let's pull you guys your affirmations. And that one just completely flipped over. We got divine dream. I am divinely guided. My intuition shows me my way, shows me the way through my dreaming world. Another card speaking of intuition. You guys are seriously going to be tapping into stuff if you haven't already this week. We got guidance. My dreams give me inspiration and guidance. I'm telling you guys, you're really stepping into this creativity and this intuition like a lot. Excuse me, on my Bluetooth. Oh, that is so sweet. We have love. My heart is open to love as it manifests into the world. Which, like, you guys had a lot of healing and self love coming in here, and that reciprocity of it going, like, understanding this Venus energy and how it's meant to go both directions, not just one, and having that balance. And then one more for you guys. Fearlessness. I pay close attention to my heart and mind. I do not allow fear to distract me. Yeah, you guys are definitely stepping into some power right now. And then we have attraction. I attract a loving, happy, fulfilling relationship into my life. And I feel like this isn't just a relationship. I feel with how this is going, and this is such divine timing here, I think it's multiple relationships that you guys are going to be attracting, kind of like a soul pull, since you're actually growing and creating the space for it through doing this healing. And you might already have some of these people in your life, but the connection's going to get stronger by you guys doing this. So, I mean, it's going to be hard, like I was saying with the sun card before. Like, you're going to see, like, that good feeling and knowing you're doing it. But don't get discouraged if when dealing with the pain, because it's actually easy to do when you're starting to make some steps forward and you feel like you're going back. You're not going back. What you're doing is you're learning how to move through everything. So let's go ahead and read you guys Celestite. Associated with celestial beings. Strongly connected to divine energy and cosmic forces. This is best used for pursuing spiritual strength. It promotes discernment and higher spiritual awareness. Higher consciousness as well as mindfulness. Increase understanding. discernment, inner peace. It's good for encouraging life-affirming energy in daily activities, intuitive power, encouraging emotional intelligence, and reminders of thoughtfulness. It's associated with the third eye, wisdom, understanding, perception, imagination, good memory, good dream recall, which you guys got a lot of dream things over there. Encouraging open mind and ability to see the big picture. And it is linked to Libra and the heart chakra. And it also complements Gemini as well. There's a storm in here. Yeah, it seems like all of us are having some weird weather crap going on today. But that was my Celestite pile. So let's go ahead and move on to my Snowflake Obsidians. Let's see what pops out for you guys. Oh, hey, Scarlet, you missed earlier. Actually, I had a new deck that I showed everybody, and the first card I found was the it was seven something, seven sisters or something, like, very first card that popped out. And I'm about to read for my Snowflake Obsidian, so I guess there's a message in there for you since you popped up out of nowhere. Let me see if I can show you really quick. Yeah, this right here was the one that was the first to come out, was the Seven Sister Circle, Sisterhood Enriches My Life, was the very first one that kind of just jumped out. I am Snowflake Obsidian. But let's go ahead and put Celestite back over here. And move my Snowflake Obsidian up here from my pile. Okay. So let's pull your cards. And I am using the new oracle I just got to pull the energies or the focus for the week. So let's see what comes out for the Snowflake Obsidian. But in case you wanted to know the last two ones, we're gonna have Argonite for the third, and then we have Malachite for the fourth. And Celestite was my first pile. Right now we're gonna do the Snowflake Obsidians. Okay, so first one out. Wow, that okay. I just got major chills from that one. That was that's whew, okay, Scarlet, this pile's definitely for you, hun. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna show each of these because this is just kind of like chill bump pile over here. This right here, we have Copious, the seer, visionary. I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. Like, first card out for the energy for this week for this pile, for the Snowflake Obsidians. And I think Owen chose this too. But definitely, like, there is this huge blue energy sitting on top of the heart chakra right here. Like, this is expressing to like the highest degree here, like what is like core in here. And this necklace he has actually kind of looks like the Snowflake Obsidian. So that is a very interesting first card to have out here. And then we have the Morning Star Radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. And like pile one, this that tiger eye just sticks out to me. But for this group, I'm really feeling with how this visionary is coming through here that it's almost like a no stop here once you guys get started this week on this. It's like a deep dive, and it's like bringing light to situations that people aren't quite seeing the way you're seeing it. So it's like bringing a grounded approach to it, but also something that you're very, okay, well, we'll just read the next card. Let this talk about it. Um, I believe this is Aethusa, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I just got these cards, guys. The Sun Goddess, lift off is like the first word. I open my senses to feel delicious pleasure and passion. If this isn't Taurus energy, I don't know what is, because this is freaking delicious over here. But look at this Phoenix energy here. Like, that is just insane. Like, this, I really feel like I'd be very surprised if Pluto didn't jump out in the astrology cards, because this is like major Pluto energy here, just like this transformation just bursting out here. And it's like in the middle of the cosmos, it's just like erupting, like just taking off with it. And then your bottom of the deck energy is the shining star. Glow. I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. What was I saying, you guys? Like there's this is very powerful for you guys this week. This is like a transformation literally happening this week, which does not surprise me with all the planetary um aspects we have going on right now. But this is a lot about like literally getting into like your soul work here, and like just diving in and really starting to understand yourself by jumping into and just like deep diving into this. Like, just let it flood your senses and learn about it and be like yourself and don't care who sees it. So let's see this planetary energy coming out for you guys. We got Earth coming out. Okay, this is, dude, this is a nice chill-ridden pile, guys. I'm just gonna sit here and chills for this whole pile. But this energy, this Earth energy, connecting with mapping out the stars and crafting your magic. This is like really speaking of like grounding your truth here and then being able to pull it out and show people. Like with complete, steady, grounded energy. No one can shake it. It's almost having like this very strong root chakra energy because you're realizing the light you have and I said I'm realizing the light you have and fire just wants to jump out for you guys. Okay. But I'm sitting here trying to talk about light and freaking fire's like, yeah, light, come out, boom. Like, I mean, look at this freaking light, this fire here. She has a freaking butterfly on her head. If that's not Pluto energy, I don't know what the fuck is. It's just like transforming the whole freaking mind here. You have freaking lift. It is like, this is like a major transformation here, but being grounded during the transformation and still learning during the transformation. Like, I think this deep dive into the learning is what's going to bring this on. It's like going to active freaking Aries coming out with the fire. Damn, guys. This is like, this is going to hit like fast. This is, and it's connecting to this liftoff energy. Like, dude, this Aries retrograde ain't got nothing on you guys right now. This week it's just gonna be flat out like helping in the Chiron retrograde. It's like you guys are gonna make healing your bitch. You're just gonna step in like I'm in my freaking power right now. I'm just gonna freaking blossom. I'm gonna okay, this one I'm saying you're gonna blossom and Jupiter comes out. You're gonna blossom and you get Jupiter. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys here. You're gonna blossom. This is like, oh my gosh, dude, with your nippy pasties, I can't. But this energy, it's like, and we know this square is happening with this energy, but it's like you guys are taking this square energy and just like, I'm bringing this challenge. I'm just taking it on because you have the earth and the fire energy and you have Aries and Jupiter. It's like you have these energies sitting here telling you this is what's transforming you right now. Just straight up overcoming this challenge with these energies wherever they're sitting in your chart. Like, you need to look at these aspects and see what you're being challenged to do and just jump on it. Because as soon as you deep dive into the knowledge, I think that's what this chart thing is. Most of you that probably picked this pile at least have some understanding, if not a more advanced understanding of your chart. Because wherever these aspects are hitting you, you're going to be able to see where you need to jump off and just completely like dive in and not care if people see it. And bottom of the deck is Uranus. That Uranus retrograde, tear it up, guys. Like, seriously. You guys are all up in this energy. Like, just tear it up. Whatever needs to go. You're going to know intuitively what needs to go too. Like, this is like, intuition's just going to hit you and you're going to be like, this needs to go. I understand this part. I am being born into this passionate, just loving my senses and just diving into it like Scarlet with her salsa. It's going to be like just enjoying shit and growing at the same time and realizing indulging the earthly senses is what's really going to help you here. Instead of feeling like you need to be having these outer body experiences, you realize the more the more earthed you are, the more grounded in the earth energy you are, the more blessings are just going to keep getting piled on you because you're working with this energy instead of fighting it and letting it take over you, which is just really crazy. Owen's like, fuck on my pile, it's doing all this stuff. Ready to nuke. Oh my gosh, Scarlet. Okay, so let's dive into your guys' tarot. Oh, okay, I'm saying let's dive into your guys' tarot, and it wants to throw out the Two of Swords up on this energy over here. This is instantly, like, I'm just gonna have chills this whole damn pile, but this is instantly peaking. You are peaking this week, by the way. There's another word. There's this energy over here is like you choosing like your truth. Like you diving into this is going to like help you fall, like how there was that huge blue energy right on top of the heart chakra. It's like that is what's being spoken, and being very like sturdy in your foundation in that, and knowing that you worked your ass off for it is going to be like you either making the decision to choose your voice and speak your truth, or choosing to let it continue to hold you trapped in a mental state of not being able to really push forward through it. It's like you have to make that point right here. If you're seeing her hair's actually, if you look at this card, how there's the two people here with this blindfold, the hair's actually falling over that heart chakra space. So it's literally making the decision, do you want to be completely open and just like express this shit? Or do you want to allow it to keep being entangled and just caught up under this nasty mess like that ring girl's hair? But that's completely up to you guys. Like, that's your own kind of inner battle you have to choose there. Do you choose your truth, or do you choose to let crap keep growing over your truth and not let it come out? You guys are getting a lot of air energy coming out here. We got the Page of Voices, Page of Swords coming out reversed here. And once again, it is connected to that authenticity. Like, are you going to be like speaking your truth here? But it's connecting the earth and the fire energy, which is why this can come out a little reckless. It can come out saying some things that you possibly don't mean to say if you are not. In a way, this is saying think before you speak on certain things, because having this square can be used both to your advantage and disadvantage. Because where this is pulling for you guys, you definitely need to pick your battles. You need to know when to use that fire energy and really like push forward, and you need to know when to use the earth energy and when to step back and just let things happen as they should with this Uranus and Jupiter energy. Like, you can't puss my god, these words. You can't don't be a puss. But with this right here, with this energy, you can't tell them what to do. Uranus is going to do whatever the hell it wants, and then Jupiter, like if you push against Jupiter, it's just gonna be like, oh, you wanna go, like, kind of feeling here. So it's like with that earth energy, you gotta learn to work with it and not against it. Otherwise, you're really gonna create your own kind of mental trap here with just unnecessary fights. Yeah, you guys aren't getting a lot of Pisces energy. The last pile got Pisces energy. You guys, I haven't seen any Pisces energy come in here. Even your cards so far. This has been very like Pluto, Mars, like that Aries, Earth energy, that square that's going on. And then dealing with the mental and the expression. I say that and the Four of Cups comes up. But with this really connecting this fire here, you guys are learning that where you used to not really have I almost feel like direction in a way is part of it, but also not having like the enthusiasm to do things. Like maybe you lost interest. Now you're starting to get this new fire lit. It's like how this butterfly was like on her head for the fire. Like this transformation, this phoenix thing is definitely bringing you guys out of that like stalemate emotion where it's just kind of like, you know, you got bored with something and it's like reigniting this passion here. And it's like going to bring about a whole different way of, like I keep saying, this freaking expression coming up. But it's also going to help a lot with your growth as well. And then we got the Queen of Materials coming out over here with these. So we got the Aries energy. Like I'm telling you guys, if you work with wherever these are hitting your houses and you have that square, you're going to be bringing in like the confidence that comes from this fire and the security, but you're also going to bring in these blessings since these are in earth signs. You're going to be bringing in like this thing up here that was like just pleasure, find pleasure in the earthly desires and the passion, and it's just like literally this could be very transformative for you guys working with that energy this week. Like, this isn't even saying stuff about the moon. The last pile was talking about, like, some stuff with the moon. You guys don't even have the full moon in here. It's literally just you guys working with this energy this week is going to be, like, really insane for you guys. And then we have the Ace of Emotions as your overall energy here. And with that being, like, the overall thing, it's almost like I really feel like with this transformation and how you guys are deep diving, this is like you connecting to a part of your soul that you shut off. And in finding it again, what you're doing is that instead of focusing on like the outside love or whatever that, you know, could possibly happen, especially when people see the Ace of Cups, they're all like love or whatever. But you guys are more focused on like, you know, you're doing your healing, you're stepping into like this energy here where if you look, she has like her crown chakra here has this blossoming happening. So it's almost like you guys are growing into this trust with this energy and this confidence and stability and finally breaking out of this feeling of not knowing whether to choose your truth or not and not being worried. Like, I'm not saying go out and be complete dicks to people, but not like, you know, being worried about speaking your truth hurting others because it's your truth. Like, you shouldn't be afraid. Like, over here, don't be afraid to shine your light. Like, you need to quit dimming it. Like, all of this research you're going to be doing into yourself and how you're going to be pushing forward and deep diving into it and transforming is really going to bring you a lot of healing and fulfillment. So let's see what the goddesses have for you guys as some self-care. Ooh, ooh. Okay, that's one that wanted to jump out of there. That one is poking the living. Okay, there's two poking the crud out of me right there. And let's do one more. Let's see what your guys' goddesses have to say. Wow, okay. Like, okay. Got Maya here with illusion. You guys, this truth over here with this energy over here is just literally like, fuck this lie thing anymore. It's just like seeing directly through it. You're doing all that introspection on yourself, and you're like, this earth and this foundation being built is like, you can't build foundation on illusion anymore. Like, this is too lit up. Everything's too lit up. And you know, if you choose to lie to yourself, you're going to know you're lying to yourself and you're creating the illusion for yourself. Like, you know, there's no way to get away from it. It's like so tied into all this over here. And then the next one, the healing right here. Next one out, we have healing. And this is just coming under this fire here and knowing like how to let go and reignite passion for something you just dropped. and it's going to bring so much healing because you're going down that path of you as opposed to everyone else. Even though it's going to be hard work, it's going to cause this transformation. It's going to cause this big epiphany, like this freaking butterfly. I keep looking at that butterfly from her head up there. You guys literally got Gaia. You got Earth. Like literally just says Earth. Earth, Earth, Earth. Like you guys are like in this energy here of being so freaking grounded this coming up week. And if you're not, like work on it, because being grounded is going to bring so much shit to you guys this week. It's insane. It's like the main thing here is being grounded in your truth, and things are just going to start flowing. And we got Demeter here with nurture, and this is really speaking to me of like both of these with Gaia and Gula, because by being your own nurturer and really like pulling yourself down and grounding yourself and doing like this healing instead of not like giving yourself the time of day, this is like some huge healing energy here. And like this is the freaking taking care of yourself thing from the goddesses. It's like, you know, stand in your truth and just focus yourself, ground yourself in your energy, take care of yourself, heal yourself, nurture every aspect of yourself, no matter what it is. And then you guys got Revelation, also like the last one, but this is your bottom of the deck energy. So you're moving from illusion to revelation. So instead of feeling stuck in this energy of like, you know, realizing the truth, this revelation moves from this pain into this. I mean, look at this power she holds here, just like in her hand. Like everything's in her hand here. There's just so much coming through that is showing this. And even if you guys have the karmic stuff you need to work through here, because this does add to a 7, if you guys have that karmic stuff going on you need to work through, like the 7th house with the shadow, you're going to be able to do it, because this energy over here, how strong it is literally saying you're just going to cut through it. You have to make the choice to just cut through it, and that's going to bring you this revelation over here. It's just going to come diving down through intuition. There's so much intuition here. So let's see your guys' affirmations. We got fearlessness. I pay close attention to my heart and mind. I do not allow fear to distract me. Coming out over here, do not be distracted from your truth. Distractions are illusion. You don't even need them. You are too far off right now to be dealing with that. I create peace, prosperity, and joy in my life. Coming out over here with just enjoying the pleasures, like freaking this card of enjoying the freaking pleasures and reveling in it, that Taurus energy and a half and all this earth energy we have, and getting a huge transformation from just realizing it's fine to do that. And these both came out together. So we got surrender. I surrender the old limiting beliefs. I awaken and reborn to limitless possibilities. Surrender the illusion and step into the revelation of the truth. And then joy, I follow my bliss and accept limitless joy. Just coming out over here, like I said, with all this energy of just like security and Jupiter and Uranus energy and this passion. It's like you guys have like this, you have to have no fear in surrendering this stuff and just stepping into it and deep diving into however you guys choose to understand yourselves better, whether that is astrology or tarot or writing or art, whatever it is that helps you bring things down and into your perspective so you can express it and be honest with it, is going to be so important for you guys. You guys got nurture twice. I open my arms and wrap around those that need nurturing, starting with myself. You guys are coming into a lot, so do not forget to take care of yourselves. And I think that's like a big thing here. Like, you guys are breaking through a lot of stuff here, and you don't really have, like, the first group, the Piscean energy. That's not what you guys have here. You have a lot of, like, breaking barrier energy here, which is why it's important to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. Because while you're going through breaking these this week, it's going to be like this whole thing opening and needing to remember nurture, nurture, nurture. Like, don't forget that while you're doing it. I am shook. Nurturing your soul after the mind. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys are hilarious. So let's read for Snowflake Obsidian for you guys because we're not done yet. We still need to read for the Snowflake Obsidian. So it's a stone of purity. I mean, rebirth from the flames is pretty damn pure here. Provide balance for body, mind, and spirit. What was I saying about the nurture thing? Helps you recognize and release wrong thinking. Surrender, okay. And stressful mental patterns with that Two of Swords over there and that Page of Swords. It promotes inner centering. It empowers isolation and loneliness, aiding in surrender. So basically, that's kind of like saying, like, it helps you understand that the isolation isn't the same as loneliness. Like, you need the isolation in order to have your rebirth happen. And this Snowflake Obsidian sends energy through the root chakra. Oh wow, guys. And the Earth Star chakra beneath your feet, releasing negative energy into the ground while drawing in positive grounding energy into the body from the earth, making it a powerful grounding stone. How many times did you guys get freaking earth in this pile, like as a literal word? And so let's look under that one. Okay, so Owen wanted us to see this card. His intuition was saying, look at it. The Universal Midwife birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. And this is also Maya. So you guys are creating abundance and you're also birthing these, like, that assignment is making me think of purpose. Like, you guys are birthing your purpose and you're bringing it down into reality. Good one, Owen. This is also very truth enhancing and absorbs negative energy, draws out mental stress and tension. So it's good for balance during changes, purification, transformation was throughout this entire power. Okay, you guys are just going to keep getting words pulled out of me. Fulfillment, metamorphosis, freaking butterfly, manifestation, practicality, and psychic ability, which you guys are just going to start tapping into. It's very calming and soothing. It teaches you to value mistakes as well as successes. Like, I think That's going to be very important for some of you. Provides balance for the body, mind, spirit. I already said that. Um, I need snowflake obsidian. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty much everything. Facing deep-seated fears, depression, grief. I mean, it's just the whole thing with that. So it's almost like linking to that nurturing feeling as well. I have pictures. Oh my gosh, Tiff. So my next ones are my Argonite pile. Holy crap, Tiff. Okay, so let's move on to my Argonite pile. Put the little bulb right there. Should not be dealing with mice in 2020. Yeah. So let's see with my Argonites. What do we have for our energy or focus this week? Well, you guys just got all three of yours just popped out right here. Okay. Look at those butterflies. And we got the golden apple here being offered to you guys, too. Dang. Okay, so let me check the gift roommates by Owen. So we got Mother of the Sea, Goddess, I surrender to the boundless creative flow of the ocean. And what's very interesting here is the ocean is actually making her cape, and she's like really freaking smiling in this picture. It's like she's freaking happy to go with that creative flow. You guys might actually get a boost from these energies this week. And then we have, oh wow, these are connected. We got butterflies and butterflies in this one. So, We got the sacred orchard, co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. So this is speaking of mindset here, and you guys have this what would be a crown of thorns, but it's a crown of stars, like golden stars, with a butterfly literally hanging on the third eye here. So it's like you're being offered this week, and for you to take it, you have to be more in control of your mental state, because all that purple is very intuitive. And this is like a very calming energy. Even though you're surrendering, it's a very calm energy. And we also have the star daughters here. And there's actually 7 of them, by the way. There's 7 in this picture. There's 7 star daughters here. This says dance. I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. This is very interesting energy. Seeing the bubbles is almost like that mysticism that comes from the prism and the reflections of the light and seeing the rainbows. But also having these butterflies that are so connected with this card with the intuition over here and finding this energy. It's almost like being able to finally like be free in a way, and being able to sing and dance and play. It's almost like really being able to let go of the things that once didn't really allow you to be yourself. And that's like really like that's going back to surrender too. It's like being able to surrender with it. And then we have as the overall energy, we have gateways of light, infinite. I have unlimited access to the divine mind. Like you guys right here are pretty much just going through this transformation of opening up to your guides. I mean, that's like really beautiful. That's like the snake wrapped around them as well is like a loving wrap. It's not one that's trying to constrict them or keep them from having that love. And this has the full moon in it. You guys are another group that's getting that full moon pull on the 31st. But this is more about creating from this energy, like really going into that creative flow. And it said flow of the ocean. Moon, ocean, tides, everything. You guys are, I can't remember what time that the full moon technically occurs, the degrees. I'll have to look it up, but if it's at some kind of sunset time, you guys really have like some heavy connection to the moon. And it's really going to open up a lot of channels for you guys. So let's see your guys' planets here. Okay, so we got this another butterfly with the fire popping out with Aries. Like these just wanted to jump out together. Butterflies are all over this reading. If you guys are seeing butterfly, Mars, okay, I don't know how much more clear they can get about this freaking Mars Aries energy. It's just like point blank Mars Aries fire. Holy shit, Tiff. And then some earth. So this energy of going with the flow, I think, is really trying to tell you guys that this burst here. And Capricorn Earth. Whew. You guys are transforming in a half here. Um, Specifically coming out here with this Earth Capricorn energy, it's like they aren't even specifying like how this fire energy is trying to talk about Mars specifically. It's literally these planets that are in Capricorn right now, like each of them. This isn't like just talking about those specific ones like in pile 2, like you guys, like this. You guys know this energy is doing this. Butterflies galore. Like this guy even has butterfly wings with the Capricorn. Like this is like a big transformation hitting this week. I don't know if it's going exact on any of your charts and causing like it to hit these certain things that are just like driving this, but it's like a huge thing and it's really connected with the full moon too. So there's a lot of power going into this transformation. In a way, I feel like it's not something that is avoidable for you guys. Like how some piles have choices. I feel like this is something that you have to learn to surrender to, or it's going to be like one of those like harsh uphill things, but if you surrender to it happening, it'll go a lot easier instead of bringing out that Mars like fight against the energy, because Mars is retrograde, okay? He's sitting there, he can't do much right now. It's like gonna be a really very hard work to sit here and try to push through it. There's a mite in chat. Okay. Yeah, definitely with this Hermit reversed over here on the fire, this transformation is like kind of hardcore. You guys are going to be feeling it deep. But you do have, I mean, more fire coming out on fire with some wands here. You guys are just like rearing to go. Got a little bit of water to cool it down, but it's basically saying keep pushing. And we got more fire. Like, gosh, you guys are just blazing. So, put this over here. We have the Hermit connecting us with this need to go with the flow, even though we have like this fiery energy of like this transformative just pull. But the thing is, I think what this is saying is it's going to have that whole feeling of like you need your time, like you need your space while you're dealing with this, because it's going to be heavy and it's going to be fast. Especially like, you know, either it's starting this week or you're going through a full like just download this week of this shit and you're just going to be like, okay, this is what's happening right now. But the thing is, you got to remember as you're going through that energy and you're kind of like allowing it and realizing that you have infinite potential, especially with this full moon energy coming in here, it's like you are the one that even like just be careful though, because yes, you have the upper hand in this whole situation. Like you actually have more control than you feel like, even though you know this is just happening for you guys. Just be careful not to let this fiery energy, especially with this wands mixing in, go to your head, because that could definitely close off like that grounded energy and the energy that you need to be doing to take care of yourself, because that pushy fiery energy does not allow you to kind of step back. And you need to be able to step back, especially with this earth energy coming in here, and especially this ace of emotions mixing with this moon energy that's going to be in Taurus too. which is another earth energy. It's like you guys still need to keep your feet on the ground even though you feel like blasting off like a rocket. Like you really need to like keep that in mind, because yes, you're having all this butterfly energy everywhere where it's just transforming and learning and growing, but at the same time you can't grow unless you're rooted in the earth. So don't forget that while you're getting hit with this. And with this Ace of Cups coming up here with this Aries and Mars retrograde energy, this is really speaking to like just staying in the intuition while you're going through this. Like, don't do the knee jerk emotional or the knee jerk mental. Like, this is really relying on your intuition to get through these energies when things aren't really making sense. It's like knowing to step back and ground yourself and really allow yourself that trust in your intuition so that way you can keep moving forward. Otherwise, this energy is really going to clash. It'll just get very reckless. It'll start turning into this thing where your creativity shuts off because you feel very stuck. And that's going to be really hard for some of you because you're going to keep looking back at this with this Six of Cups energy, like how it was before you were starting this. And you have to realize you need to take what was there that helped you along with you, but then also be able to move into this power and keep growing. You don't want to stunt yourself by feeling like, you know, you've learned what you need to learn, because that can really come from this stubborn energy too. So don't shut yourself off feeling like you don't need to learn anything in your solitude. When you're in your solitude, you need to be learning and connecting, not sitting there feeling like you're not connecting with people just because like you know more than they do. Don't get cocky. I'm just reading, like, because you guys are typing like all your stuff over there while I'm not. Let's see some self-care here. So this is, once again, you guys in these wings. So we have here, we have devotion with Parvati, for self-care. Like, this self-care is literally like, you know, devotion to yourself while you're doing this, but it's coming out on that Hermit card. So what you're supposed to be using the solitary energy for is really doing that healing and cleansing and transformative flow in order to bring that peace to yourself and devoting that time and energy to yourself. And then we have Artemis here with focus. And this is really focusing on creating that strong foundation that's going to come from knowing that no matter what comes to you, you have the advantage because you're actually connecting to the intuition. So it's allowing you to stay focused on your goal. And then also moving into like this earthy energy over here and realizing you're coming from this energy of creation, and what you create is beautiful, instead of feeling like you just need to toss it, because that can happen sometimes when we like, because this is coming out on the Page of Wands reverse, like that stunted creativity. Learning that self-love and seeing that deep down beauty no matter what you're going through. Like, this is a whole lot of focus on self and what you want to do in the foundation in yourself here. And then you guys also have Mary with miracles here. So there's a lot coming through for you guys, but it's mainly going to come through by allowing yourself that focus on yourself and being able to kind of go with the flow. But that Mars is definitely a big influence on this energy. Don't let it overrun your emotions, because you're going to stunt your growth this week if you do. I'm going on. We have guidance. My dreams give me inspiration and guidance. Coming out over here with this go with the flow and the transformation, and like, I really feel like that's what you guys want to do from your heart space, because this is a lot of devotion, like, to yourself here. So I believe those dreams they're speaking of is specifically like what you really want to do, like that inner child thing that you might have repressed. And we get surrender again. I surrender the old limiting beliefs. I awaken and reborn to limitless possibilities. Coming out over here with that sisterhood and being able to be grounded in knowing that you're releasing these things and seeing the beauty in yourself as well, because a lot of this might have to do with you being able to finally get past the feeling that you're not worthy. I mean, that Mary energy and intuition popped out. Through my subconscious, I trust my inner wisdom and intuition, like coming out with devotion and focus. Like I was talking about with intuition, it is so like on there for you guys. And with this Mary miracles energy, it's really building a foundation in that and in a trust in your own heart space and being able to create from that instead of what others are trying to force you into. It's like knowing it's almost like Uranus energy. It's like knowing and being unpredictable, because you're not going to do what other people expect of you anymore. And it's like surrendering to that and going with it as opposed to fighting it. And then we have transition. While I sleep, I move from the old to the new with great ease. Yeah, this feeling right here is almost like you really being able to let that go. And then I awake feeling energized and begin my day with gratitude. So for those of you that have been getting stuck in this Six of Cups energy where you keep looking back at, what was, this is like really telling you you need to wake up and start being grateful for what you have now instead of constantly whining about what already. Stop. Okay, so I'm going to read the Argonite for you guys. So it aids in concentration and brings tolerance and flexibility to the mind. It teaches acceptance and patience, especially helpful to those who feel they have too much responsibility. It provides strength and support, helping combat anger and emotional stress. It increases energy, boosts self-confidence, and feelings of self-worth as you learn to place trust in yourself. It's a great stone for parents and people in tense relationships that test the nerves. It relieves stress, emotional fatigue, and anger, bringing patience when it's needed the most. And it helps ground you in the physical reality through the root chakra as well. If you're a human or a mother. Don't watch it, just read about it. But yeah, that's my Argonite pile. I have my Malachite pile up next. Okay, so let's put Argonite over here. And we're gonna put our Malachite up for our Malachite pile. So let's look at the energies and focus for you guys. For my Malachite, okay, so you guys had these two jump out like that. Where's my other one? Oh, hello. Haven't seen that one yet. So she actually fell out underneath, so she's first. It's important to find, why is my phone trying to randomly talk to me? Okay. So we've already seen these three, but this is trying to tell a different story for the Malachite pile. This is opening the senses to the delicious pleasure and passion, but it's like this right here is being ignited first. Like this is starting to come through. You're starting to feel this new fiery energy starting to finally seep in after a really long time. And it's like finally allowing yourself to feel the energy and not feel like you're not worth it, because these over here, this visionary is really speaking of this outward communication with this, because you've stepped into this and it's time for you to allow this to just fully come out and express what you're trying to say, especially with this crow over here. It's like he's looking at it like that'd be something that he'd really want to peck away and like carry off and put in his nest because it's so freaking shiny. But you have to realize that even if other people are trying to do that, don't let it rattle your senses, because you have this new sense of self over here. And with having this energy of being protect, like this is a big protection energy, to have this feeling of access here, and once again that connection with the moon, just knowing that you're safe in this energy. It's almost like being wrapped around by this secure touch, even though you may feel like you're not worthy of the love yet yourself because of how she's like putting up the hand a little bit, it's like you're starting to allow it, which is really important for you guys because you have this as an overall energy here with the ancient grandmother with teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. And self-knowledge comes from experience. You can't... This right here is literally saying, like, this is a journey you've been through. This is what you've been trying to understand and what you've been trying to create and express. And you're finally starting to get there. And in doing that, you're becoming this wisdom because she actually holds this crown here with the owl because she has this wisdom on top of the scarab being on the crown chakra up there. So she has a lot of wisdom. And I feel like the more you guys tap into this energy and allow it, the more this is going to come in for you guys. So let's see what your planetary energies are. Okay. They were all hiding. We got Cancer, we got Pisces, we got Leo. Man, there's just freaking energy jumping out here, guys. And then we got water. Like, you guys didn't have enough water with Cancer and Pisces. But we just for emphasis, we got water. And Scorpio. I was about to say we only didn't have Scorpio, but we got Scorpio. Okay. This Tiffany, you're hilarious. But we have all the water signs on the board here. So either you guys are very water heavy or you are gonna be emotionally feeling these things. Like, of course, the intuition. I already told you guys your intuition and your wisdom is kicking up. But what's interesting here is even though we have all this water, this Leo is really tying to this passionate pleasure over here. And it's about having confidence, and it brings you freedom in doing that. And that's what's going to allow you with all this blue, this expression, because it's heart expression. And each of these have their own feeling here. Like we have with this Cancer energy, if you notice, this looks like a huge snake here in the background. And it's like the warrior that's waiting here to recoup almost. So that way they can go at this again. This Cancer energy is very warrior-like and push forward, which is what this is telling you. It's like just lift off and go for it. And it's like really feeling strong in that you know you can do this, like you have the power to do this, instead of feeling like you're weak and can't go on. Especially having this Pisces energy here. She is more Gorgon-like than she is like just being about fish. It's like she has that energy here of having these connected to her. Like this power is connected to her, and it's very mystical. It's like a mystic energy here. And it's like she has both Siren and Gorgon energy just kind of like morphing together into like this pull that she has. But she also knows that at the same time with this power, she needs to know to rein it in at times too, so it doesn't overwhelm her. Because she has this very light crown chakra that's emitting this green here, which is like that healing self-love energy. And both of those are connected to, like I was saying, these are connected, these both are connected to this powerful, like, rebirth energy, and being able to express this and know that the deep dive into yourself is so worth it, especially with all this water. This deep dive energy of this water is like really pulling on you guys to do this thing, especially with allowing this love over here and knowing that the divine are really with you. Because right here with this water card, like I was speaking of with this Pisces energy, we have the tentacles coming out, but at the same time, it's like we have this ring. It's like we have the planets being made here. It's almost like creation. Kundamami rising. Oh my god. But and then with this Scorpio energy is very interesting too, because this is almost knowing, because look at where this is happening. It's like he's taking the sword and actually stabbing within where the root chakra would be. It's like this is like a powerful message where with this Scorpio energy, especially with the Scorpio Mercury retrograde, it's almost like you taking the sword, you taking the handle on it and just saying, you know, I'm ready to just dive into this shit. Like, I'm done. I'm gonna power through it. I'm gonna heal it. And it might be painful. And I got my stinger still. Like, it's in the picture. The stinger's up in the picture. It's like, it's ready to strike anyone that is trying to come into your space. Because you have these protective, like, bars around you as you're doing this journey. And it's a self-love one with this pink here. It's very, like, about finding that nurturing love for yourself so you can keep going. Like, you don't want to stop this. Like, you don't care what's going on out here around you. You are concentrated like this within energy. And so let's see. Especially since this moon is going to be very impactful for you guys with all this water energy. Like, even having Cancer up here ruled by the moon, and the moon's going to be in Taurus. There's a lot of energy here. It's almost like you're using the water energy to pull yourself down and, like, ground yourself in what you're doing. Oh, thank you, Tiff. Oh, Scarlett, thank you. You guys are so freaking sweet. I love all you guys so much. Thank yourself too. I'll thank myself by feeding myself once I'm done. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot has going on here for the malachite pile. Man, you guys have a lot of water. Just let's just keep going with the water, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was kidding, but it's still happening. But we're just gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna... Guys, this is like some intense water energy here. Holy crap. And then the devil reversed too. What was funny was the next card under Scorpio was Capricorn, and we have the devil reversed over here. That's Capricorn ruled. And then more water. Dude, you guys. There's so much water here. This is either my people that are very heavy, like water heavy in their charts, or they're being heavily affected by the water placements right now, like the Neptune and the Pluto or Scorpio season in general. My kitty, just a minute, guys. My kitty's screaming for me. What? What is it? We're gonna need a bigger boat. But so what we have here with Cancer, which makes sense because Cancer has that energy of being really reminiscent, and it's like looking at these memories. Make sure you are looking at things as they are and not projecting what you want them to be from the past, because right now you should be using these energies, especially bursting out like this and combining this nurturing Cancerian energy with the dreamlike Piscean energy in order to create and nurture your dreams here, especially with this celebration here. This is celebrating yourself. We even have Maiden Mother Crone energy coming out with this symbolism. It's like being able to move and integrate each of these into your being and celebrate each as you're going through them. Because this energy, it's like a little bit unsure with the maiden, but being able to look dead on with this mother, and then being confident enough to just allow with the crone energy, because you can see how each of their expressions change as they go through holding each one, but all of them are stationary and safe in this water. So you guys, like, this moon is going to be very impactful for you guys. Like, this is going to be a huge moon. This is going to be, especially with this devil card next to this ace of emotions here, the ace of cups reversed. This is like releasing this shit. Like, this is you saying, like, with this Leo energy, like combining that confidence and knowing like what isn't for you and understanding it and saying, like, you know what, I'm gonna cleanse myself of this stuff. Like, there's no reason for me to hold on to these things. And definitely digging in with this Scorpio energy and just being like, look, I know that I have been holding on to some things. I'm gonna like come to the plate with it. I'm gonna release it so I can step into knowing myself. And so that way, through my own self knowledge, I'm actually like, through this hard work, I'm igniting this fire, not only within, like, you know, the creativity, but also in wanting to be so connected as well. Because for a long time, with this Nine of Emotions, which is the Nine of Cups reversed as the overall energy, this dream that you've been working towards always seemed just out of reach. And that's what you keep trying to, you're almost getting lost in that. You need to not be lost in that and realize you take from the mistakes and you take from what you feel are failures and you grow from them, so that this reversed Nine of Cups becomes the star, because you want it to be even more powerful than the regular Nine of Cups with that wish fulfillment. You want the star. That's what you want to create by releasing these things and going through your transformation and actually celebrating your healing as you're going through the phases. And I was about to start shuffling for you guys, and the first card that just jumped out before I can even shuffle is also blue. This is Yuki Anna, and it's saying stillness. And this is right on top of all this energy. This power right here, even though it's very uplifting, this is internal power. This is like that strength card that's just very internal, that you're holding on to, like that Leo energy with that lion. It's being able to soothe and nurture it while holding it and not allowing others to take that light from you. So this stillness is allowing you to be able to process each of these emotions while also realizing that the healing is there as you're going through each phase. Pretty much like how the moon is. Like, these moon phases you're probably very connected to, especially this month going through this. see. And we got time. This is coming out saying don't feel like there's no time. This is this self-care is really trying to tell you, guys, still coming out blue here. Allow yourself to be still, allow yourself to process these things. Allow the self-love. You have time, and also you can create the time if you feel like you don't have it. This, don't make excuses for not allowing yourself this deep dive, because it's going to bring you a lot of freedom if you allow it. If you allow the stillness and don't look at it as something that you should run from, and you look at it as something you should embrace and give yourself the time to do so, it's going to have a really huge impact on you being able to let go of this negative cycle that you've been in. It's going to help with that release. As I'm saying that, what comes out is transformation with Shakti. So, this is just like, she's even touching her crown chakra and shooting moons off her head. There's a crescent moon flying off of her head. There's like this coming through right here. Like, this is so connected to this love up here. It's like really allowing it to happen. And she has like all the colors flowing through here. She has the purples, the pinks for that self-love, the gold coming off for the solar plexus, but that solar plexus energy that's coming through with this Leo and this fiery passion is connected to her crown. The reason she is connecting in the stillness is she's connecting to that peace that comes with her confidence coming from that solar plexus energy. Like this, and plus it's creativity. Like this right here is so connected to heart. It's connected to that inner child, like allowing that expression to come out instead of feeling like you don't deserve it. And the bottom, okay, I don't know how many times you guys are going to get revelations this week, but it seems like every pile's having a revelation of some sort. So here we are again with more revelations for this pile, which obviously if you're going into stillness and you're revisiting the past and you're trying to understand things, you're going to have a lot of revelations that come out. You just have to allow yourself time for it. You have to create space for it, so that when you're doing it and you have like this foundation and the freedom you're starting to get in understanding this, because this deep dive coming up here from like being able to pull down and write things out, writing will probably really help you, especially with this Mercury Scorpio energy, because this is a very water heavy pile, so it might be difficult for you guys to pull your mental aspects out, since the emotions are usually forefront and the intuition's forefront. If you guys get things that you don't really understand, write them down and come back to them. Don't pressure yourself to understand everything at once, because that can create a block. So definitely allow yourself writing. Thanks, you guys. So let's see what affirmations are coming out here. We got, okay, like I was just saying, messages. I'm receiving powerful messages from my guides right now. I trust my feelings. Coming out right on top of Cancer and Pisces, and having stillness and giving yourself this time. Like Three of Cups energy, celebrating, nurturing yourself, healing, having that inner strength. It's like all just coming out right there. It literally, like they're right there with you, giving you stuff. And then I work with my dreams and my spirit's energy to reach my highest good. This coming out with this energy over here, especially with this Scorpio, like you guys are like diving in here. like am really working with this to actually, like, this transformation, like you're really trying to work with this energy so you can blossom. You're basically turning yourself into a pearl by doing this. And then we got destiny. My dreams show me that I am the co-creator of my life. This is saying don't get stuck while you're doing this. If, like I was saying before, them feelings of mistakes or feeling like, you failed at your dream, no. Like, being able to be in this stillness and take the time for yourself, you're going to really start seeing that these dreams that you have were waiting for you to reach this pinnacle. It wasn't that you failed at your dreams, it was that you needed more work to get to where you needed in order to attain them, is what it was. You were learning valuable lessons that are going to help you now that you've reached this level. And be open. I am open to new possibilities and I welcome new beginnings. Right here with this transformation, with this releasing devil card and like just releasing, and the score, like seriously, like that's perfect for being over there. And then we got connect. I create strong emotional connections with the important people in my life, which I can easily see why that is like a big thing for you guys. Having all of this energy here, it's like nurturing, it's like very unconditional love and just really like self-reflecting. So you're not one that's going to be trying to put like energy on others as you're working through your stuff, and you're going to want the same. So just realize when you have those connections and you feel that security, don't be afraid to open up to those and allow that, because it's important for you guys to have that support group with that Three of Cups. Like having that coming together energy is very important for you guys, and it's going to help you with releasing a lot of this stuff as well. Which I think what some of these new beginnings are and new possibilities is actually even more people coming in for you guys. Especially with this teacher coming out over here with the ancient grandmother, you could attract people that want to learn from you because of seeing your story and what you've been through. And just having that like connection already, and then it just makes it more strong. So let's see, Malachite for you guys. Well, you deserve kindness, Tiff. You're a sweet person. So with Malachite, we have it absorbs negative energies from the body. It clears and activates the chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance, and it opens the heart to unconditional love. I was just saying that. Let's see. It's a heart opener, which we can see from most green stones and crystals have a connection to the heart chakra. Let me see. Does an amazing job in encouraging you to let go of old traumas and patterns and to step outside of your comfort zone. And it helps to balance your body, mind, and soul. Has a calming nature and has very strong feminine energy. And it actually has another name known as the midwife stone. It's great for helping diminish fears, not just emotional, but also helping the body deal with phobias as well as panic attacks that can come from like all the anxiety of dealing with these things as well. It's a very protective stone, and it helps flush out toxic emotions and unwanted energies. Oh my goodness, stop it. It grants you inner strength. I don't know how many times I said inner strength in this reading. And confidence you need to know no matter what. It will teach you how to have your own back without the paranoia. Giving the capacity to embrace change. Stone of transformation. We literally have transformation down there. It allows you to leave things behind, but doesn't let go of the empathy or make you lose balance. It helps you keep calm while you're doing it. And to make emotional decisions with ease and grace, which I think is very good since there's so much heavy water energy here. And it definitely helps with removing blocks on the heart chakra and strengthening. I brought up the solar plexus chakra so that you feel grounded and have lots of vitality. It also taps into the third eye with infinite wisdom and deep intuition. And is known as the birthstone for Scorpios and Capricorn. Oh my goodness. Hey, Anne. Swollen. Cancer is water, water. We got all the waters here. But definitely for this group, very water heavy. But this inner transformation is also important to share with those that you really trust and build those connections right now as well. And your transformation is going to be celebrated too. So this week, especially with the Scorpio energy, and we're in Scorpio seasons, so Sun and Mercury Scorpio, and this full moon in Taurus. I don't know the degree of it, so I don't know if it's opposing anything. Like I said, I don't usually look at charts till the day of, and then I talk about what I see in the chart. But yeah, that's it, you guys. I guess look at and you have not been nice. Well, dang, Scarlet. And I know you just came in, and that was the fourth pile. So if you want to go back and pick a pile, we had Celestite for the first pile, Snowflake Obsidian for the second pile, Argonite for the third pile, and then this last one was Malachite. Oh my goodness. You're taking enjoying them pleasures. Dude, me too, Tiff. I am French Cajun over here. I'm all about some spicy, good food. But yes, and for everyone else, and Scarlett, I didn't do it for you because you came in after too. So in the beginning, since I showed everyone the new deck I got, which I'll show you guys so you can see the box. I also got a new tarot that won't be here for a few weeks because it's coming from an artist that creates it, and they're freaking beautiful. But this is the Oracle deck that I got, which is what I've been using for the beginning of each of these readings. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, that's believe it or not, I get hungry sneezes, and I'm actually hungry. Almost like even though I ate some food, my stomach's like going, I'm freaking starving right now. I don't know why. But I'm gonna pull you and Scarlet your own card because I pulled everyone else their own card at the beginning too while they were here. So I'll go ahead and pull yours in, and then I'll pull Scarlet's, and then I'm gonna go ahead and head off and get some food since this ravenous hunger is coming out of nowhere. Sinking blood sugar levels will help rip the veil. Dude, for real. Like, no joke there. So for Anne, we got the Amber Star, Let Go, I Surrender, and Allow Myself to Grieve. So this one right here, I'm really drawn to multiple things here. The first thing is this piece that's connected here. We have the wrist, we have both the solar plexus and kind of getting down into the sacral. This right here is really reminding me of like garnet or carnelian, like, you know, these type colors right here. So, and then having this tree here growing from it is almost like having, plus it's growing like from everywhere there is this stone here, there's growth. So this is really speaking of anchoring yourself and allowing the growth to happen. And these bubbles actually look like tiger eye, like it looks like that golden tiger eye, which I knew I had some in here somewhere, like this right here coming out in those bubbles. So it's almost like that energy of surrendering is coming from this inner strength that's starting to come through. But you have to allow yourself to grieve. There's something that you haven't fully allowed yourself to process, so you're almost staying in this defensive stance because her hands are like clenched in this picture. It's almost like you have to allow the healing to come through and know that through having this, you have that grounded connection, that things won't go wrong if you allow yourself to actually grieve what you've been feeling. DoorDash. So let's see what we pull out of here for Scarlet. Whoa! Well, we're not even going to pull, it's just going to jump out. Oh, look at you! You were like all excited about the Huntress, and you literally get the Huntress, Scarlet. Look at that. No wonder it jumped out. It was like, I'm a freaking arrow. So we got Quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free with this red hair, and like you have different stones going on here, which is very interesting. You have these very light blue stones that are not, they're reminding me of two different kinds of stones here. First, it's reminding me of like the opal kind of blue, the opalite, that is very transformative and about connection and releasing. But it's also reminding me, where are you? I have it in here somewhere. Here we go. This blue lace agate is also really coming through on this too. And that's like a very calming, grounding stone, but it's also very throat chakra, which all of this around her, and if you look at this, her background, she has the blue moon. Like, she literally has that Taurian blue moon we're going to be having on Saturday behind her. So you have this freaking energy that's like bursting out, and you're just ready to go. Wildlings can't act right. But yeah, you really got, and there's even a little ball over here that looks like that snowflake obsidian. Like you just have a lot of this energy in there with the little garnets and carnelians like scattered about with your red hair. There's just like this like really powerful energy here, and it's like, you know, you're on the hunt. This is your quest. Like, you're gonna do this shit. But yeah, I think I got everyone their own card, right? Before I go. Yeah, you keep your eyes on that prize. Roy G. Biv. Like, oh boy. Peace Moon conjunct rainbow. You're welcome. And thanks so much, you guys. Like, the subscribing and everything means so much to me, too. It's so freaking sweet. And I'm going to go ahead and eat because I do have some astrology and tarot readings later, some appointments. So I'm going to get something to eat so I don't keep randomly sneezing. Go forth and eat. Thank you, Scarlett. Thanks, Anne. Bye, Ruby. Thanks again so much, you guys.